How to use Grok AI for beginners. A complete guide, Part 1. In 2026, Grok has become one of the most popular AI chatbots, especially among users who want a more direct, less censored, and personality-driven AI experience. Developed by XAI, Grok stands out from other models like ChatGPT and Claude because of its unique approach and communication style. While Grok is powerful, many beginners still struggle to use it effectively. This two-part guide is designed specifically for people who are new to Grok. In Part 1, we will cover the basics: what Grok is, why you might want to use it, how to get started, and how to communicate with it effectively. In Part 2, we will go deeper into advanced techniques, practical workflows, and common mistakes to avoid. 1. What is Grok AI? Grok is an AI chatbot developed by XAI, the company founded by Elon Musk. Unlike many other AI models that are heavily filtered and cautious, Grok is designed to be more straightforward, helpful, and less restricted in its responses. It aims to answer questions with maximum truth-seeking and minimal unnecessary censorship. By 2026, Grok has evolved significantly. It now offers strong reasoning capabilities, real-time information access, and a distinctive personality that many users find refreshing compared to more formal AIs like Claude or ChatGPT. Grok is available through different platforms, including the XAI website, the X app, formerly Twitter, and integrated tools. Depending on your subscription, you can access different versions of Grok with varying levels of speed and capability. 2. Why should beginners use Grok? Before learning how to use Grok, it is important to understand whether it is the right AI for you. Here are some reasons why many beginners choose Grok. More direct and honest answers. Grok is known for giving straightforward responses. It tends to be less politically correct and more willing to discuss controversial or sensitive topics compared to other AIs. If you value directness over carefully filtered answers, Grok can be a good choice. Strong real-time information. Grok has good access to current information, especially through its integration with the X platform. This makes it useful when you need up-to-date answers on news, trends, or recent events. Unique personality. Unlike many AIs that feel formal or robotic, Grok has a more conversational and sometimes humorous personality. This can make interactions feel more natural and enjoyable, especially for beginners who are new to using AI daily. Good balance of capability and accessibility. Grok offers a generous free tier and performs well across many tasks, including reasoning, writing, and coding, while it may not always be the absolute best in every category. It provides a strong all-round experience. However, Grok is not perfect. It can sometimes lack the depth of Claude in complex analysis or the versatility of ChatGPT in tool integration. Understanding both its strengths and limitations will help you use it more effectively. 3. How to get started with Grok. Getting started with Grok is relatively simple. Here's a step-by-step guide for beginners. Step 1. Create an account. You can access Grok through the XAI website, grok.x.ai, or through the X app. You will need to sign up using an X account, Twitter account. If you don't have one, you can create it easily. Step 2. Choose your plan. Grok offers both free and paid plans. The free version provides decent access and is good enough for most beginners. The paid plan, Super Grok or similar, offers faster responses, higher usage limits, and access to more advanced models. As a beginner, you can start with the free version and upgrade later if needed. Step 3. Access the chat interface. Once logged in, you will see a chat interface similar to other AI chatbots. You can start typing your questions or requests directly. Step 4. Explore the settings. Take a few minutes to explore the settings. You can adjust the model version, if available, manage conversation history, and customize your experience. Understanding these options early will help you use Grok more efficiently. 4. Understanding Grok's interface. The Grok interface is designed to be simple and user-friendly. Here are the main elements you should know. Chat window. This is where you type your messages and see Grok's responses. New chat button. Use this to start a fresh conversation. It is helpful when you want to separate different topics. Conversation history. On the left side, or in the menu, you can see your previous conversations. This helps you go back to old discussions. Model selection. If available, some versions of Grok allow you to choose between different model strengths. Beginners can usually leave this on the default setting. Understanding these basic elements will make your experience smoother from the beginning. 5. How to communicate effectively with Grok. One of the most important skills when using any AI is knowing how to give good instructions. Grok responds best when you are clear and specific. Be clear and direct. Grok appreciates direct communication. Instead of being overly polite or vague, try to state exactly what you need. For example, instead of, "Can you maybe help me with something about marketing?" Try, "Give me 5 practical marketing strategies for a small online clothing store targeting young adults." Provide context when needed. If your request is complex, give Grok enough background information. The more context you provide, the better the response will be. Use follow-up questions. Don't hesitate to ask follow-up questions to refine the answer. Grok handles conversation flow well, so you can build on previous responses. Ask for specific formats. If you want the answer in a certain format, such as a list, table, step-by-step guide, or email, clearly request it. For example, explain this in simple steps, or write this as a professional email. 6. Basic use cases for beginners. Here are some simple but useful ways beginners can start using Grok. Learning new topics. You can ask Grok to explain complex topics in simple terms. For example, explain how blockchain works like I'm 15 years old. Getting writing help. Grok can help you write emails, social media posts, or short articles. Start with simple requests and gradually move to more complex writing tasks. Brainstorming ideas. Use Grok to generate ideas for projects, content, or problem solving. It is particularly good at providing multiple options quickly. Quick research. Because of its real-time capabilities, Grok can help you find current information on various topics, though you should always verify important facts from reliable sources. Learning basic coding. Beginners can ask Grok to explain programming concepts or help debug simple code. It is patient and can explain things step by step. 7. Common mistakes beginners make with Grok. To get the most out of Grok, try to avoid these common mistakes. Being too vague in your requests. Expecting perfect answers without giving enough context. Not using follow-up questions to improve the response. Relying on Grok for highly sensitive or critical decisions without verifying the information. Giving up too quickly when the first response is not perfect. Remember that using AI effectively is a skill that improves with practice. The more you interact with Grok, the better you will become at getting high-quality results. 1. How to write better prompts for Grok. One of the most important skills when using any AI is the ability to give clear and effective instructions. Grok responds particularly well when you are direct and specific. Use clear instructions. Instead of asking vague questions, be specific about what you want. For example, weak prompt. Help me with marketing. Strong prompt. Give me 7 low-cost marketing strategies for a small handmade jewelry business targeting women aged 25 to 40. Specify the format you want. Grok performs better when you tell it exactly how to structure the answer. You can request formats such as step-by-step guide, numbered list, table, email format, pros and cons list, simple explanation for beginners. Example: explain how compound interest works in simple terms. Then give me a table comparing monthly versus yearly contributions over 10 years. Provide context. The more background information you give, the better Grok can tailor its response. If you are working on a specific project or have certain constraints, mention them in your prompt. Use follow-up questions. Don't expect the perfect answer in one try. Use follow-up questions to refine the response. For example, after receiving an answer, you can say, "Make this shorter and more professional," or "Add real-life examples to this explanation." 2. Using Grok for different purposes. Here's how you can use Grok effectively for various common tasks. For learning and studying, Grok is good at explaining complex topics in simple ways. You can ask it to break down difficult concepts, create study summaries, or quiz you on a topic. Try prompts like, "Explain quantum computing like I'm a high school student," or "Create a 7-day study plan for learning digital marketing." For writing and content creation, you can use Grok to brainstorm ideas, write drafts, or improve your writing. It works well for social media posts, emails, blog outlines, and short articles. However, for very long and high-quality writing, many people still prefer combining it with Claude. For problem-solving and decision-making, Grok can help you analyze situations and explore different options. You can ask it to list pros and cons, suggest solutions, or evaluate different choices. It is particularly useful when you want direct and practical advice rather than overly cautious answers. For programming and technical help, beginners can use Grok to learn coding concepts, debug simple code, or understand error messages. While it may not be as strong as Claude for very complex programming tasks, it is still quite capable for most beginner to intermediate level work. For research and information, because of its real-time capabilities, Grok can help you find current information on various topics. However, always verify important information from reliable sources, especially when making important decisions. 3. Understanding Grok's strengths and limitations. To use Grok effectively, you need to understand both what it does well and where it falls short. Strengths of Grok: gives direct and honest answers, good at real-time information, has a unique and engaging personality, less censored compared to other AIs, strong free tier with decent capabilities. Limitations of Grok: sometimes lacks depth compared to Claude on complex analytical tasks. Not as versatile as ChatGPT in terms of tool integration and ecosystem. Can occasionally be inconsistent in very technical or specialized topics. The free version has usage limits that may affect heavy users. Understanding these limitations will help you know when to use Grok and when to switch to another AI for better results. 4. How to combine Grok with other AIs. Many experienced users in 2026 do not rely on just one AI. They use multiple models together to get the best results. Here's how you can combine Grok with other AIs. Grok plus Claude. Use Grok when you want direct, straightforward answers or real-time information. Then use Claude when you need deeper analysis, better writing quality, or more careful reasoning. Grok plus ChatGPT. Use Grok for quick ideas and direct feedback. Use ChatGPT when you need more tools, custom GPTs, or a wider range of features. Example workflow. Use Grok to brainstorm ideas quickly. Use Claude to develop those ideas into well-written, detailed content. Use ChatGPT to format the content or create additional variations. This combination approach allows you to take advantage of each AI's strengths while reducing their individual weaknesses. 5. Tips to get better results with Grok. Here are some practical tips to improve your experience with Grok. Be direct in your requests. Grok responds well to clear and straightforward instructions. Use follow-up questions to refine answers instead of starting a new chat every time. Experiment with different ways of asking the same question to see what works best. Don't rely on Grok for critical decisions without verifying the information. Take advantage of its personality by asking for creative or unconventional ideas when appropriate. Regularly test new features and updates, as Grok continues to improve over time. 6. Common mistakes to avoid, advanced level. In addition to the basic mistakes mentioned in Part 1, here are some more advanced mistakes beginners should avoid. Over-relying on Grok without thinking critically about the answers. Using Grok for highly sensitive topics without considering the risks. Expecting Grok to replace human judgment in important decisions. Not organizing your conversations properly, which makes it hard to find previous work later. Ignoring the limitations of the free version and getting frustrated with usage limits. 7. Long-term advice for using Grok. As you become more experienced with Grok, here are some long-term tips. Develop your own prompting style that works well with Grok's personality. Create a system for organizing your conversations and saving useful responses. Learn when to use Grok and when to switch to Claude or ChatGPT for better results. Stay updated with new features and improvements released by Grok AI. Use Grok as a thinking partner rather than just an answer machine. Ask it to challenge your ideas or provide different perspectives. The more intentionally you use Grok, the more value you will get from it over time. 8. Final thoughts. Grok is a powerful and unique AI that offers a different experience compared to ChatGPT and Claude. While it may not always be the absolute best in every category, its directness, personality, and real-time capabilities make it a valuable tool for many users. As a beginner, focus on learning how to communicate clearly with Grok and understanding its strengths and limitations. Over time, you will develop the skills to use it effectively for a wide range of tasks. Remember that the best results often come from using multiple AIs together rather than depending on just one. Grok can be an excellent addition to your AI toolkit when used strategically alongside other models.